Good morning and welcome to this morning's reflection. Yesterday we spoke about the importance of solitude. And I understand that it's not easy to create a place of solitude. It isn't easy for me. And I'm sure that it is not easy for you. To create a place where we can attend to our soul in God's presence. Our culture, even our religious culture, is not really supportive of solitude because it is seen as unproductive. Technology has led us to see that every available moment is a moment for productivity. We no longer have natural down times. Now you can work all day and all night and from every corner of the globe. Technology makes it very difficult now to set boundaries around our working life. Technology has made us expect far more of ourselves, and so we cram more and more and more into our day. So how has technology affected us spiritually? Technology can compromise our ability to be present to ourselves, to be present to God, and to be present to each other, all of which are the basis of spiritual life. Why, when we are with friends, do we allow the intrusion of cell phones? If a letter arrived while you were visiting someone, you would not open it right there and then, but would wait until your guest had left. But we find that very hard to do with text messages. We take phone calls in the middle of meetings, in restaurants and at family gatherings. All these intrusions exhaust us, and they prevent us from being present to our lives, and present to God. They exhaust us because they overstimulate us. Life has become so convenient that it has become exhausting. Being too accessible to others leads to exhaustion. It is sad when we realize that a certain quality of life and quality of presence is slipping away. We used to have breaks in the day, breaks that were small windows of replenishment for the body and the soul, like having to walk to work, or drive home from work unencumbered by technology. We would have to wait for a letter, or wait to get to work before we could open the mail and respond to any letters we received. Instead, life is filled with noise, interruption, and multitasking. We are living a boundaryless existence that offers no protection to what we treasure the most. And this has resulted in a type of fragmentation. Even when people are going for a walk, they still take their cell phones. No wonder we feel disconnected from God. We are rarely able to give Him our full attention. We are rarely able to be present to Him. Yet, of course, technology is part of our lives and we cannot go back. It is here to stay, and it is a necessary part of our lives. But the more we fill our lives with the convenience of technology, the more empty we become. We long for beauty, but beauty is not convenient. We long for spacious and deep conversation, but such conversation is not efficient. We long to be connected to our authentic selves, even though it means that at times we must be unavailable. We long for God, even though it means at times having to unplug. The constant noise and drivenness to produce cuts us off and interrupts us from our direct access to God and to others. And so in the midst of our busy, overstimulated lives, which leads to exhaustion and fragmentation, it is the finding of solitude that cuts the vicious cycle of constant disruption, fragmentation, overstimulation, exhaustion. But when we find places of solitude, we cut through that cycle and we replenish our connection with ourselves and with God. And hence, solitude is vital for our existence, for our continued ability to cope in the modern world. And so may you today notice the degree to which you long for places of connection and places of solitude and places of realness with God. Amen.